last 4 weeks on a journey. We went through every division in the NFC. You took two teams in each division. I took two teams in each division. And we did our best to roughly guess what their record would be. This will obviously change as we pick week by week throughout the season. But we also did the entire AFC before that. So make sure you go ahead and check out all those videos before the season starts so you can make fun of us, agree with us, call us haters for your fan base, call us super fans for teams we generally don't care about in general. And you can see our playoff predictions. So let's go ahead and then let you know what we did in the NFC. So if you want to start us off, the first division we did was the NFC East. What are your overall thoughts on how we covered it? And then if you could change anything, or are you pretty happy with it?
Yeah, so the NFC East, you picked the Eagles and Commanders. I picked the Cowboys and Giants. Make sure to check out those videos below. But for the Eagles, you had them at 13-4. I had the Cowboys at 11-6, Commanders at 5-12, and the Giants at 2-15. I feel like this is pretty much where it'll be. I mean, Commanders and Giants might switch. My only hesitation was that I picked the Giants to win a game this year, which I feel like that was a mistake.
Two games, actually.
Picked them to win two games, and they don't deserve any of them, to be honest. Brian Dable maybe deserves one of them, but this team is horrible. They got a bunch of lucky breaks last year, a bunch of close games. I just don't think they'll have that same luck this year.
Yeah, and I think Kayvon Thibodeau is someone who can wreck a game for you, can win a game, and their defense definitely got better this year, and I'm interested to see how their defense evolves. But as far as offensively, really, all they did to solve it was bring in a guy who, as soon as he got paid, he has been unavailable, has been injured throughout the past few years of his career in Darren Waller. You bring in a tight end, and then Saquon Barkley. You're not going to pay him, even though he was your entire offense. He was the entire reason you were good last year. Then you go ahead and disrespect him by making Daniel Jones the most overpaid athlete probably in history. Which makes no sense if you're the Giants. I would have rather been bad for a year and then go ahead and get Caleb Williams, which you could still be in the running for to make a trade. So, yeah, the Giants offense, a lot of question marks this year. And then we talked about it. It's like they won a lot of close games last year, and they did not add a dynamic player where they're going to have the ability to blow teams out. They don't have an A.J. Brown or a Tyreek Hill that can go out there and get theirs and elevate a quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. So NFC looks good. NFC North, you had the Lions and Bears. I had the Vikings and Packers. You have the Lions as the 1 seed, finishing at 15-2, which would be the best season of in their history. The Bears at 12-5, returning to Chicago Bears dominancy. The Vikings at 8-9, and then the Packers, Jordan Love era, at 7-10. Thoughts on the NFC North, how that shaped out?
Yeah, I think I'll start from the bottom to the top. I think the Packers make sense because we really don't know what Jordan Love is going to be. There's a lot of 50-50 games that just because it's Jordan Love and we don't know exactly who he is, it's just a really hard team to pick. So I feel like 7-10, between 7 and 9 wins is very realistic for that team. We'll see what Coach Eyebrows is really made of. And then the Vikings won a lot of close games last year. How are they going to be able to take a step forward this year? And Kevin O'Connell, is he going to have a sophomore slump that we've seen coaches like Kevin Stefanski go through? And then Bears, definitely felt like I was a little over bullish, but when I went through the schedule, I do think it's realistic. They added players on defense. You added DJ Moore. You have Chase Claypool, Cole Kmet, Justin Fields coming off the best year of his career, and then the Lions. It's just set up to be their year this year. It's like all the narratives, Hard Knocks last year. You got your defenders. You went ahead and shored up your secondary. You went out there, got a better running back, and got D Swift's contract off your salary cap. So I think overall NFC North was a really strong one.
Absolutely. I agree with the rankings as well. Bears and Vikings could flip-flop, but I feel like everything else is pretty rock solid there. So then we go to the NFC South. This one I feel like we nailed. Falcons winning the division at 10-7, Saints at 8-9, Panthers at 7-10, and the Bucks at 1-16. One of the worst teams in the league. Maybe a little harsh on the Bucks, but they're also going to be pretty terrible, so I can't really defend them all too much. But I think the rankings there, perfect.
Is this the worst division in football? That's my question.
God, I mean, every other division has like a world beater in there, whether it's the 49ers or Lions or Eagles or, whoever.
Jags.
Yeah. NFC South, no. The Falcons are a good team. I like what they've done a lot, and I'm a big fan of them this year. But like, are they going to win a playoff game? I mean, we're going to see when we predict our playoffs. But I don't see them winning a playoff game.
No, I don't see them winning a playoff game, and we have no idea. We picked them to go 10-7, but that's also relying on Desmond Ritter being good. We have no idea what Desmond Ritter is going to be, and their backup quarterbacks definitely not good enough to take them to the promised land. Then the Saints, Panthers, no idea what they're going to be because Frank Reich, no energy, pretty mid head coach, and it was just kind of a safe hire, it felt like. And then Bryce Young, how is he going to be in his rookie year? Usually rookies tend to go when they start their whole first season. It's usually like 7-9. It's rare that a quarterback comes in as a world beater, as we've seen with Kenny Pickett, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Carson Wentz in their first year. And then the Bucks, what the hell? Like, what are we doing here?
Crumbling at the seams at this point.
Kyle Trask coming in.
Yeah, they got the popsicle uniforms coming back. So
yeah, for the NFC South, my one thing I want to see for that division this year is for Mike Evans to ask for a trade.
Yeah, got to get out of Tampa Bay. He's been there for far too long, and a majority of the time they've given him nothing for quarterbacks.
Yeah, go to the Jets, play with Aaron Rodgers. You'll have a great time.
And then NFC West, we have the 49ers and Seahawks at 11-6. We do have the 49ers as the tiebreaker, but both teams competing for the title. Rams at 8-9, maybe a little generous. And then the Cardinals at a nice, generous 0-17. Make sure to check out our Cardinals video, breaking down that schedule. Again, I think we nailed it here. Seahawks and 49ers going to be competing for that title. Rams going to be a fringe playoff team, but I don't think they make it. And then the Cardinals should be the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, Rams are a fringe playoff team, and then you're really relying on Stetson Bennett to bring them to that 8-9 record. We're not sure if Matthew Stafford has that elbow anymore, what he's going to be like throwing the football. And then Cooper Kupp had that electric year. Then he got hurt last year, so it's going to be tough for him to go ahead and repeat that. So I would say he's going to start to tail off and start to regress slowly. Not going to say he's going to be terrible by any means. He'll still be a Pro Bowler, but I think his production is going to start to slowly wane down, and he's going to start to go down the Keenan Allen route.
Yeah, I mean, he's turning 30 this year, so right around the same age as Keenan Allen, and he's had a couple of injuries, been a little banged up, and that offense is reliant on him completely. I mean, they don't have a good running back. I don't care. The Cam Akers supporters in the comments call me an idiot. He's not good. He's never been good. He's one of the most inefficient running backs in the league. I don't even have to go down that train. And then their defense is completely exposed. Like, it's not going to happen.